During the Persian Gulf War, the United States Special Operations Command, or US SOCOM, put in place a secret plan from August 1987 to June 1989, named Operation Prime Chance. Over the course of this operation, numerous VBSS missions on Iranian boats were conducted by Navy SEALs, notably SEAL Team 1 and 2, with the help of the US Army. Visit, board, search, and seizure, while being a pretty self-explanatory acronym, is a term used to refer to maritime boarding actions from your relatively small pirate boat to Iranian oil rigs. These operations are mainly composed of CQB, which explains the usage of heavy body armor despite being surrounded by water. In this video, I'm going to present my Navy SEAL VBSS Team Leader Kit and instruct you on how you can do it yourself for somewhat of a budget. Before anything, I need to remind you that I'm not an historian and simply an impressionist. This video was made for entertainment and not for education. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments. My loadout is mainly based on the illustrations of the SEAL Combat Boarding Manual, pictures of SEAL Team 2 during CQB training in 1995, and SEAL Team 8 during VBSS training in 1991. But also, let's be honest, action figures. Remember, this kit isn't XOF, and yeah, I know that my patch is backwards. Please write a comment about this. The video was inspired by Salad Snake, American Body Armor on Instagram, and IGN Nanodesu. Please check out their content for more accurate and expensive kits. You can also use this kit in the CQB training configuration, which is pretty damn cool if you ask me. But yeah, expect most of this to be obsolete and completely useless in real SHTF situations. This is a hobby, remember? We'll go from feet to head. I'll explain each individual parts and try to provide as much links as possible. The main weapon system you'll see is the MP5, notably the A2 and A3 variants. But you'll also see M14s and M16s used by helicopter snipers, and M870 shotguns used by breachers. The boots I'm using are Bates Jungle Boots, but you can use regular USGI Jungle Boots, as they were widely issued at the time. The coverall I'm wearing, and that was actually used, is a CWU 27P Nomex flight suit in OD green. You can usually find them among a plethora of American surplus in your local superstore or on eBay. Here's a picture of Jocko Willink wearing one, by the way. You'll see that Navy SEALs used pretty much what they could easily get their hands on at the time, especially gear widely issued to engineers and pilots of the US Navy. Among those are the now infamous Nomex flight gloves. Please note that mine are replicas made by Pentagon, and LPU-21 inflatable life preserver. This is probably the rarest and most expensive part of this kit. This one is in okay condition and used to work with small CO2 containers. I found it on flighthelmet.com. The belt is an Alice LC3 belt in black, used later in the decade, like on this picture of SEALs during CQB training in 1995. If you want a more accurate belt, use an LC2 in green. The pouch layout is all over the place, but you'll find most of the time at least one M16 pouch, an IFAK, a canteen pouch, Safariland, Eagle Industries Blackhawk or ABA drop-leg holster, and of course the now iconic MP5 drop-leg pouch made by ABA. You can also find MCU2P bags worn on the hip or on the leg. My belt only has two M16 pouches and a canteen pouch, but I might get an IFAK in the future. On my legs, I have an Eagle Industries holster in Woodland and a squadron-made ABA MP5 drop-leg pouch replica, also in Woodland. The holster I have is pretty rare and I got it for a good price. My best bet is to get an SAS holster if you have the money, or just get Squadron Sous Shop to make an ABA holster for you. I also have a pretty rare SMG drop-leg pouch, made this time by Blackhawk. Damn, you can find some crazy stuff if you're lucky like me. The body armor replica I'm using isn't an Army of America TP1E. I've heard from a lot of people that the squadron-made replica is of pretty low quality, like his ABA tactical vest replica. So I'm using a pretty cheap replica made by Matrix and a lot of other companies of the progressive technology PT1. The real carrier with the armor is almost $4,000, and the real TP1E is pretty much impossible to find. I know that it would have been more accurate to use the TP1 V-Vest, as it was used a lot more, but I didn't want this kit to be too expensive. Anyway, my load-bearing vest is a replica of the American Body Armor vest, made by TGC. The mesh quality is really comparable to the real one, and the pouches are okay-ish. I still managed to break one of the buckles due to getting blasted numerous times by Speedsofters. Speaking of the buckles, they make the reloading process a big pain in the ass. Don't expect this to be a high-speed, low-drag thing when it comes from the 90s, and especially from people who look like this. I got mine on Facebook for a good price thanks to Victor Yu. He might still have some in stock, so get in touch with him. If you want to learn more about ABA products and its history as a company, I highly suggest you to go watch Tales of Gear. Like me, he is a massive nerd, but unlike me, he has an unlimited Modi glitch. Now, let's talk about the icing on the cake. What makes this kit truly special, and what people ultimately recognize and praise you for. The headwear. I'm using a standard one-hole balaclava in black and either sunglasses or these random MSA ballistic goggles, but you'll usually find the Navy SEALs wearing SWDs or Oakley sunglasses with white frames. I would love to get Prism Jade M frames in the future, so if you find some for a good price, please contact me. The helmet is a flight deck crewman helmet in green, in the exact same configuration as the SEAL Team 8 Team Leader. It works with this Motorola headset that should be connected to an MX300R radio or a satellite link HST4 with a KY57 encryption set located in the ABA backpack. I do not personally have a functioning comm setup for now, and as far as I know, my headset doesn't work. These helmets basically provide bomb protection, and if you've ever been on a ship, there's tons of shit you can hit your head on. You can usually find these on eBay for a fair amount of money, considering how useless they are if you don't work on a fucking aircraft carrier. The passive protection on the headset does work well though. I would have loved to get an AN PVS-5 for the making of this video, you know, to make it 10 times cooler, but I don't have $2,000 to put in the pretty obsolete NVD. So that's that. This loadout, while being obsolete and pretty hard to use in Milsim events, is iconic and the main inspiration behind one of the coolest bad guys in video game history. I couldn't get the spy rig extraction harness for the video, and didn't get into crazy details with all the cool gadget they used, but American Body Armor CEO has got you covered. My first project, I would say. Don't worry, I'll improve in the future. If you like this video, please leave a like and comment. It means the world to me. I read all of my comments, and it's a genuinely pleasant experience. If you want to talk, play Tarkov with me, or just get updates on my videos, join the Discord. If you do, you might just be able to buy one of my patches this month. Just saying. Follow me on Instagram, donate on my Patreon if you want me to do crazy shit, and thanks for watching. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. 1 year.